Welcome to the Salty Seekers, where you can hang out with friends and talk about all areas of spirituality and the metaphysical, while knowing you don't have to be pure love and light to do it. Hi, and welcome back to the Salty Seekers. My name is Veronica, and this is Jay.
And I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay. So you're kind
Hello.
of joining a conversation in place. We've been having a conversation. I'm like, we should be recording this. So welcome to our casual chat, shooting the shift, Yule edition, Yule and Christmas edition.
You'll like this one.
Your brain is so fast. It always makes me laugh. It always amazes me. Your wit is so quick. I love that about you.
It's not the only thing. Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is not always family friendly. So beware. You should see the stuff I cut out. You should see the stuff.
I beg her, don't cut it out.
I know, he's always like, don't you dare cut that out. And I'm like, oh, it's getting removed for sure. So yeah, you should see the stuff that gets removed.
The whole blooper reel.
Although before I cut it out, I usually record it or screenshot it and send it to you like, oh my God, this was hilarious.
It never makes it.
It usually does not. It's beyond not family friendly. It's
very family friendly.
Making a family, maybe.
You know, you're splitting hairs.
Tomato, semantics.
I know, I'm excited. I'm counting down the hours. Get another episode of Welcome to Dairy tonight.
To what?
Welcome to Dairy.
What's
it's
that?
It's a Pennywise-based series.
Oh,
Stephen King's It. Yeah, this one happens before the events of the first movie. So it's the cycle before. So if you're a fan of that movie or that book, Pennywise returns every so many years. And so this show is going back in time and doing other awakenings of him.
Mm.
You get to see some familiar names, like perhaps some of their parents, some of them, the older people in the town at a younger age, so on and so forth.
Don't give too much away. People will not be happy. Cool.
He doesn't kill anyone. It says nice Pennywise. Want a balloon, Georgie?
I have never seen any parts of those. I don't want to see any parts of those.
It's not scary. You're fine.
Not my vibe.
He's a funny clown.
Yeah, your mom's a funny clown. Oh my gosh. What gives you the ick when you're dealing with other people, romantically or not, just in general? Like, what are the things that gives me the ick is when people get offended by your mom. People that take it serious.
Me quite often.
No. But like if I'm like, your mom, your mama, you know, and they're just like, how dare you speak of my mother? She's a wonderful woman. And I'm just like,
an army brat and a veteran. Your mom jokes are not going to bother me. And you had to be wildly creative for those to bother me, because I've seen all of them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, they don't even have to be a your mama joke. Like, I just respond with your mom most of the time. I think I've told the story before about Amelia was probably 5 or 6, maybe even 4. But she came to me, she'd been playing outside all day, and she came in and she was starving and sweaty and hot. And she's like, what's for dinner? Please don't say your mom. Okay, that'd be weird, honey. I guess I say that a lot, don't I?
That's not my ick. My current ick is if you have the tattoo anywhere and or a sticker on your vehicle that says "We the People." Instantly. You're like,
You know what makes me sad about the current state of affairs is that I used to be such a proud patriot. I'd fly my flag all the time. I gave my flag away because the "We the People," that kind of stuff has all been associated with the people who deserve it the least, which is MAGA and the zealots on the right. And I do not want to be even mistakenly identified with them. So it makes me sad. But yeah, it gives me the immediate ick. Anytime I see anything related to that, any of that.
flying my Klingon flag from Star Trek. Everybody thought I had a Nazi flag up.
Oops.
Same color scheme and all, but yeah, not the same thing.
Every time I see, like if I'm watching a TikTok or something, I'm just like, oh, that immediately, ick, immediate no. I can't think of any of them right now.
I got my Ireland shirt on. You ever heard talking about Scotland?
I know, I saw it. I saw it. I've been told I've had Irish lifetimes, but I don't dream about them often.
I've dreamed about farming over there. It was real brief what I remember, but it was kind of like, if you look at when you're driving around there, you'll have it's not really terrace, but it's kind of like little grids of green and rock. And I was dreaming about working on those.
Nice. I dream about Scotland a lot. I dream about
Nessie.
Rocky Hills. I dream about the heather. Like I'm going up a path or I'm kind of climbing up a side of a rocky type mountain, but there are just heather all around me. And I dreamed, usually I don't notice that I'm any one specific person, but one time I dreamed that I was an attorney. If you guys are familiar with the Outlander series, I kind of reminded myself of Ned Gowan. The dream actually happened before the Outlander series came out, but once I saw him, I was like, I had a lifetime just like him. But my office was up this path on a mountain, and all the heather was around it. And as I was saying, I don't remember many dreams about Ireland. Spomi reminded me of the one dream I had. I talked about it in my video, one of my videos on dreams, where I was a man, and in that lifetime, my daughter Amelia was my wife. And she was so beautiful, and she had the longest, prettiest red hair. And my love for her was just so pure, like it is as her mom. I just loved her. And we were listening or waiting for some kind of bad news to come through. And then I just remember, I can see her across the room sitting there and just like smiling on the inside because I just love her. And then the next scene, we were walking outside, like from the house to a barn or to another building of some kind. And we were walking like through like a dirt yard, a dirt dooryard or something. But next to us, there was a fence, like a split rail fence. And on the other side of the fence, like just tall grass or wheat or something was growing over there and just kind of swaying in the wind as we walked, and her hair was blowing in the wind. If you've ever seen the movie Cold Mountain with Nicole Kidman, now I'm not a huge Nicole Kidman fan, especially now that she's mutilated her face. I have trouble watching her because she grosses me out. But back in the day, her character in Cold Mountain she reminds me a lot of what I saw in my dream.
I got tricked into watching that damn movie.
I love that movie. That's a great movie.
Hey, do you want to go out and watch a war movie with me? Yeah. Yeah, all of 30 seconds of war and the rest of it.
That was a great movie.
Yes, it was a great movie.
Tap into your depths.
I just come back from combat myself, and I was like, sure, let's go watch one. I was not in the mind space of that.
How you doing lately? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Okay. I've been great this week on vacation, but it's winding down and it makes my heart hurt.
Get back to work.
I want this to last forever. I want my time to be mine. I want the paycheck, or I just want to be independently wealthy, so I don't need the paycheck. I want to the depths of my soul for my time to be my time. It's not that I won't work. I want to work on what I want to work on. I want to teach, or I want to make something. I want to do what I want to do and not work for the man.
Same. I just want to fish.
What are you doing for Christmas? Have you done any shopping, any wrapping, anything yet?
Oh, I've wrapped several presents. I've done most of my shopping. Yeah. Once I have what I need in front of me, I move pretty quick. I can overthink everything, but once the thinking's complete, then I just do it. We do it now. It's like extreme overthinking and then immediate execution.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm a lot like you in that area. Although if the task sounds daunting or like it's going to take a lot of energy, I can procrastinate on that.
Oh, I can too.
For sure.
Once I start, though.
Once I start, I want to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Madeline, my daughter, was here not too long ago, and I don't remember what I was doing. But I was like, I need to sit down. I need to pace myself. And she was like, what? And I'm like, I need to pace myself so I don't overdo it. And she's like, that's brand new. She's like, she goes, that's one of the things I always loved most about you. And like, I try to live up to like my mom, that like once you go, you're going. Like you don't stop till it's done. Your perseverance is like unnatural. You just keep going until it's done, even if it kills you. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I spent most of my life. And like I've crossed a threshold where that's just in physical things. When I'm doing something really physical, that's just not so smart anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, same. I had them the other day. I drug a full scale trampoline that showed up still in box, and the body can still do it, right?
Right.
I can lift that thing. I can breathe in. The next morning, the body goes, just because you can doesn't mean you should. I'm like,
Yeah, the
oh,
consequences.
mm,
Exactly, the consequences. And I'm like, I just can't do that anymore at this age. And other
I
stuff.
mean,
But like, that's also perhaps why it happens, because it brings on a whole new level of shadow that's exposed. Because,
I didn't know shadow could get sore.
no, but when you decide not to and you sit down and rest, the brain doesn't stop. And it's, you should be doing this, you should be doing this, you should be doing this, you should be doing this. And then you go down the, at least I do, I go down this shame spiral of, I have so much to do, I should be doing that. What's wrong with me? Am I lazy? You know, get up, get something done.
Mm,
These tapes of like shame talk keep playing in my mind. And that's no good either.
mm-mm.
So I got to get to the core of like, where does that come from? I can't think my dad was really bad about that, like shaming me.
It could, yeah. We do bring that from our upbringing, our raising, inability to, for me, it's like inability to show emotions. I mean, I already have proclivities that don't help with that, but I do remember growing up and him being very clear, don't make a sound, boy, don't you cry, blah, 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 not manly. And so you get
That's
that
horrible.
ingrained. But then,
Yeah.
with the tism, that's already a challenge emotions. And so you get it, and it's, no excuses here. I do try to improve every day. But yeah, you bring some of that, and that's that negative talk that hides back there. Like he would always make comments about, must be nice to be spending that kind of money. And, you would save and spend. And you now, as an adult, if I go to spend money on me, I feel guilty. I do.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad, I mean, I can't say that I spent a terrible amount of time with him the random weekend here or there, because he really was, for all intents and purposes, a deadbeat father most of the time. But I remember this one weekend that I was at his house for the weekend, and maybe a week, because he lived kind of far away. So when I did go, I'd usually spend a week or two there. But, anyways, it was the summertime, and I woke up and I was not feeling good. I was probably 9, 10, 11, and I was not
Sure you
feeling good.
weren't 6 or 7.
6, 7. No. But anyways, I wasn't feeling good, and it wasn't bad enough yet that I could articulate it, but I did not feel good. And he wanted to go out. My stepmom wanted flower beds dug or something, and he was like, "Come on, come help me." And I was like, "I really don't feel good." And he just went off on a tirade. You're so effing lazy. You never want to do anything. Get your ass outside and get to work. And all the kids these days, they just want to sit in the house. And I'm thinking, I'm always outside. Like, whether I like it or not, I mean, it was the 80s. You got put outside when you got up.
Do you know where your kids are?
Go outside and don't come back in here. So he went off on me, screaming and yelling. And so I begrudgingly went out there, and I know now that I have POTS, which means my blood pressure drops if I'm on my feet. And looking back, I can tell, like, I probably had some kind of a stomach bug, but I also had POTS acting up out in that hot weather. And I was overheated and I was dizzy, and I kept saying, I need to sit down. I need to sit down. And he got so angry. He's like, fine, sit down. And he like yelled and stormed off, went in the house, slammed the door. And all of a sudden, I just started puking everywhere. And my stepmom had come out to check on me, and she caught me like mid barf. And she's like, oh my God. And she helped me in the house, and was trying to comfort me and got me a cool rag and washed me up, all the things. And I heard her tell my dad, you know, I caught her throwing up. She really doesn't feel good. And he felt really bad after that. And he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And I'm thinking, why don't you just listen to your children? Why don't you listen to your kid when they say, I don't feel good, something's wrong? But no, they didn't. They didn't back then. And a lot of people don't now, but especially back then, they just didn't listen to their kids. They didn't care. Push through.
Okay. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
So now I have that shadow, that disease of it doesn't matter if you don't feel good. Push through it and get to work. And which has also served me.
Push through.
Yeah, push through, because I have chronic illnesses. I have lupus. I have heart failure. I have all the things. And I don't know that I've ever, like ever in my whole life to my memory, that I've ever had a day where I just feel good, that there's nothing wrong. And so if I laid down and gave into that earlier in life, I wouldn't have accomplished anything. So although it was crappy what he did, and there is a lot of shadow in there from that, I think it probably served me at least on some level.
I mean, even a negative lesson is a lesson.
Yeah, even the negative lesson is a lesson, or it helped me. But, you know, there's light and dark in everything. You can find duplicity and polarization in every situation.
I am a fan of the duplex cookies.
Are you?
Well, I used to be anyway. I try not to eat those things now.
You know what's so funny? I haven't thought about those in years, like
Me either.
decades probably.
Until
However,
you said duplicity. I'm like, oh, cookies.
last night I just got, what is it when you taste clear aliens? I got a taste of the yellow on the duplex cookies. You know what I'm talking about? And I just remember sitting there and I thought, that tastes yellow. That tastes like one of those yellow cookies. And I was like, oh, those duplex cookies, that's right. It's so funny that you brought that up. And I hadn't thought about that at all. I wonder if that was foreshadowing. Like,
maybe. I had the smell version of that maybe 30 minutes ago. I was watching the show I was telling you about, and all at once I'm like, who's cooking a baked potato? Or am I having a stroke?
I just bought potatoes to make baked potatoes. I haven't made my own baked potatoes in years.
I could smell it in the house, but I'm not cooking right now.
Right, but I'm wondering if you were tapping into my thoughts, because I was thinking, maybe I should make a baked potato for lunch. Oh, that would taste good. And I was imagining how it would taste and like how long I should cook it.
Yeah, mine becomes so unhealthy by the time I get done adding to.
I know. Oh my God. I didn't buy any more bacon though, so I can't put bacon on it, but
It's all right. Plenty of butter, some cheese, some whatever you got in there you can add to it. I love some chives.
yeah, I was going to put I do have chives. I have some cheddar, butter, cheddar, sour cream, and chives. So
For
not a
me,
whole lot of protein.
Ungodly amount of pepper, a little bit of salt.
Oh, oh my God. Yes. So I wonder if you were smelling my thoughts.
That's a dangerous world.
Oh, that's funny. So what are your thoughts on Yule?
I don't, it's a pagan tradition, but I am a novice when it comes to Yule. Last year I did it with you. I wrote out my little Yule things and burned them, and I was starting to think about it again this year, but my overall knowledge of Yule is not great.
You should have watched my video I posted earlier. It's all about Yule and what it is.
Well, I'm going to watch it at some point. I just haven't watched it today.
Okay, fair enough.
I figure I'd just go to the source. I was looking at something just now on Yule, and I wondered, since it's, it's an ancient tradition and it's followed peoples across the world, obviously. So it pertains and centers around the winter solstice, which, us Northern Hemisphere folks is right around the 21st, 22nd of December.
Yeah, this year it's the 21st.
So if you're one of those Nordic types, or you adopted the rituals, but you moved to the Southern Hemisphere, are you still celebrating then, or are you waiting for it when that solstice happens actually in the summer, Southern Hemisphere? Sorry.
That's a good question. I don't know enough about it. I've never looked into that aspect. It's a good question.
I was waiting for it to hit me with, well, you're just going to have to watch the video.
No, I was going to say, you're looking at your computer, Google it. Yeah, I just started doing it a few years ago. Yule, and so I'm just learning as I go, and so I tried to share what I've been learning. What I was surprised by was that there are so many different ways to do it. I thought it was just, this is Yule, and this is what you do. And like I talked about in my video, you could look at 100 websites and probably see 80 different ways to do it. The first and the last days tend to be the same for everybody. You know, it starts the day before the winter solstice. They have Mother's Night and then the winter solstice. And then the last day is New Year's Eve, Hogmanay. Even that's different, though. I've seen some that go all the way out to January 6th. So even that's different. But the days in the middle, everybody tends to do different things. Some of them tend to have the same theme, but they'll have them on different days, like day 3 or day 8 or day, they're in different orders. Some of them really focus heavily on the pagan traditions and like honoring the pagan gods and things like that. And some of them have nothing to do with that. And so like what I presented in my video today was more of not that and just like a spiritual reset, which is what a lot of people use it for, a lot of reflection and like, what can I let go? What can I bring in for the new year? Honoring your ancestors, honoring the people around you, like volunteering or gift giving or whatnot, spending time with people you love, honoring nature, things like that. But learning so much about Yule, that's one of the things I think I was most surprised by.
Sounds a lot like the, I guess, modern and even not modern Christian Christmas traditions. You go to the different sects, the different households, the different countries, and it's all done differently.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, even in this little area, I mean, it's still going to be done differently amongst the different Christian sects. Some are going to celebrate it then Christmas Eve. Some are celebrating on Christmas. I remember traveling around. Dad was in the army, and in Germany, especially, it was, it's not really pushed here, but there, make sure your shoes are outside. And you're going to either get,
right.
You could get switches and coal, or you might get treats. Depends on how you've been this year. And that tradition you don't
Right.
really see here, but it's just, we're all celebrating Christmas, but everywhere you go, it's a little different. Yeah.
Exactly. And even here, you could go on your street. You could go to every house and they do it a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what we do for Christmas. And I think that that's great. I think make it your own, make it personal. It's the message behind it. It's the intention of honoring what came before, honoring the people in your life, honoring your ancestors, reflection, trying to work on that shadow within yourself. What Yule really is, it's a calling back of the light. It happens on winter solstice because that's the longest night of the year. It's where we have the most darkness. And so you do things like light your hearth fire, light the Yule log, light a candle to call the sun back. And so you do things associated with that. That's why you see ornaments made. They do a lot with like dried oranges and things like orange slices, like that. Because anything that is reminiscent of the sun, they want to call the sun back. And the message is that no matter how dark it gets, the sun will always come back. The light always returns. So it's a good message.
Perhaps I will watch the video and do more research because my knowledge is just limited.
Yeah, as soon as I posted it, I was thinking I should have put this all on a worksheet for people to like download and reference. And I still might do that and add it to the description box. I just have not done it yet. But you can always take notes if you're watching the video. So, yeah, it starts on December 20th for Mother's Night.
I did see that in the quick reading. I was doing Mother's Night, and then I see somewhere down here, it's like the different things they did. Most cattle were slaughtered because they could not be fed during the winter. So, talking about feasting, talking about Norse Day of the Dead with Odin. So, I guess that goes back into what you're talking about. It was done differently amongst everybody. So, all sorts of little weird traditions that could be unique to this particular region or that region.
Yeah, and in some of them, like when I go through people's blogs or websites and stuff, some of them still do those old traditions, like, they're honoring Odin on one day, they're honoring the deer spirit of the deer mother on another day, and just different ancient traditions. A lot of people still do those, and there's certain crafts that go along with them that they do, and some of them don't do that at all. They just do more modern reflection and whatnot. I think it was Marie that left a comment on my video that said one time she had been invited to someone's house to celebrate Yule with them. And the lady had made a fire in the backyard, and she had them write down like what they want to release in the new year. And then she either, I don't remember, she said she chanted something, she said something, she sung something, I don't remember. And then she had everybody throw their things in the fire to release them, and then they came in and had a big meal and
chuck your ex in. I release you.
You're like, come on, get over here. This will only hurt for a minute.
Won't hurt me at all.
But anyways, I think that's cool. I think that I would love to have somebody who celebrates and invites me over. And
I want someone who would tow in the Yule log. It says the Yule log is a very large log that burned throughout the entirety of the multi-day festival. I'm like, how big a log is that to last that long?
Right. And I don't think that that's necessary. I think you can have a new one each night if you need to. But really what they do, I ordered one off Amazon, and in the reviews, somebody said, this looks like resin or like it would be plastic, but it's not. It's actually a real log. So anyways, I just ordered one off Amazon. I put it in the description of the video if anybody's interested. It has like 4 votive cups on top, or holes where you can stick candles. So you don't burn the actual log, you burn candles on it.
The only thing I'm going to do is get the Yule log cake. There was a roulade style cake.
Yummy.
Yep.
I don't know that it'll last 12 days though.
I'll just stare at it until it goes bad, like I want to eat you.
Get in my belly.
If I stand here long enough, I'll absorb some.
Oh my God, that's funny. So yeah, I'm trying to prepare. I just ordered some candles and a Yule log, because last year I just made my little Yule bowl, which is fine. If you don't have anything else, just use a bowl, stick some stuff in it, light a candle.
So another remaining Yule tradition is the Yule goat. In towns and cities throughout Sweden, large goats are constructed out of straw.
So many different ones.
I mean, it's massive. I'm looking at one of the pictures of one. Thing's huge.
Yeah,
that's what Sheep said. Come on, that's for you.
And I'm wondering, and I don't know the answer to this, and I don't know if it's totally unrelated or if it has anything to do with it, but is it in Sweden where they have that festival, that creepy looking festival? And no offense to anybody if you celebrate it.
That's Germany.
Is it Germany? Are you sure?
There's a German city that has a giant parade of Krampus every year.
Is it where they have like the creepy looking costumes they wear?
Yeah, that's Krampus.
Is that Germany?
Krampus. Pretty sure.
Krampus.
Too far from my keyboard. So where?
Krampus. Just says Central and Eastern Alpine folkloric traditions. Is a demonic goat-like creature who serves as the menacing counterpart to Saint Nicholas.
It says believed to originate in Germany, so it may not be. But
well, Yule is a Germanic pagan tradition.
The winter devil. What city does that big parade? I mean, it looks pretty neat, but yeah.
It says it's held in Austria, Germany, Italy. So, I mean, I don't think it is just one place. So, do you have any Christmas traditions that you guys follow that you think are unique to yours?
No, I think ours is a blend of a little bit of all of it. I mean, we've done the switch and shoe thing when we lived in Germany. We've done the opening on Christmas Eve. We've done the all on Christmas Eve, wait to Christmas Day. At this point, it's whatever to me.
I think it's kind of the same for me.
Now, as a kid, you didn't want to get the switches. As an adult who has grills and smokers, yes, I've been bad. Give me that.
Make sure it's flavored.
Yeah. Cherry wood, hickory maybe, some good call. I've been bad.
How about New Year's traditions? Do you do anything specific for New Year's?
I've rarely celebrated New Year's, if I'm being honest. It's not something when I was in my early 20s, I may go out with, the guys or whatever, but it's not something I've done a lot. How about you?
No. Well, yeah, I do have some things, but no, I don't go out. I'm just like, ow. Now, I talk about this in the video too, so if y'all have watched it and you've heard this already, forgive me. But something I took from the church and kind of made it my own. Like when I was growing up, we always had the watch night service is what it was called. And every year, everyone would show up at the church around dinner time and they would bring a dish for the potluck. We'd all have dinner together And then as dinner finished up and was getting cleaned up in the back, we all kind of filtered up to the sanctuary. And when everybody made it up there, usually around like 10 o'clock, well, maybe a little before, people would sing and they would sing and share stories and all the things. And then around 10 o'clock, 10:30, someone would like turn out the lights in the sanctuary and pastor would light a candle and he would stand up front by the microphone, and whoever had something to share, like a win from the year or something that they wanted to give praise for, or some kind of a testimony or some kind of a story to share, they would come up with their candle and light it, tell their story, share. It was usually full of tears and reflection, and it was all very heartwarming. And then the next person would come and light their candle, and pretty soon like the whole sanctuary was just glowing. And then pastor, when it was time, he would just quietly say, "Happy New Year's, y'all." And people would hug and kiss quietly, and it was just very peaceful, very loving. And then afterwards, we would all go bowling and have fun bowling till around 4 or 5 in the morning. But anyways, it was because he believed, which they say that they're not superstitious, but like, yes, they are. Pastor believed that however you rung in the new year, like whatever you were doing, was the energy and the theme that would carry through the whole year. So the idea that everyone is there, like community and in the presence of the Lord, peace, tranquility, like that would carry with you. And that part I loved and I think is lovely, and I've always carried that. So whenever anybody was ever like, "Do you want to go out for Christmas? Do you want, or New Year's, you want to go out, or you want to do," and I'm just like, I'm good here, right here, peaceful, quiet, surrounded by family or loved ones, or even by myself. Or I might go to someone's house where it's kind of laid back and whatnot, because I want that theme to carry through my year.
I never thought about it.
Yeah, really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm
usually in bed well before midnight.
Lately I have been, because I'm here by myself. If I'm with someone, I stay up and like kiss them at midnight or something, but it's just me, so, you know.
Can't say I've ever done that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's just not acceptable.
It's life. Or my life, anyway.
I'm like, I'm going to take one for the team, and we need to spend New Year's together just so I can give you a kiss at midnight. My God. You need a new experience, sir.
I'll be asleep at midnight, I promise.
And then my grandma, I wish that my grandma on my dad's side, I wish she had lived longer. I wish I had the opportunity to know her more as an adult so I could know more about her. I'm told by my ex-stepmother, she looked at me one time, she goes, "You know, you're a lot like your grandma." And I'm like, "I am?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah." So I don't know in what way or what that means, but she died when I was 6th grade. She was an old Appalachian woman, and she insisted on keeping money on the porch on New Year's Eve. Doesn't matter how much, a couple coins, a couple bucks. But you put money on the porch, and then at midnight, you go outside, you open the door, the old year gets let out, and you take your money and you bring it in the house first thing after midnight so that you teach the energy that this is what is expected for this year. Money is going to be coming into this house all year. And you step in the house on your right foot because you want to start the year off on the right foot. And then you have to cook some kind of like pork chops or corned beef for New Year's Day, and cabbage or sauerkraut to bring in good luck.
It's like we're going to have, was a black-eyed peas, some sort of pork like you're talking about.
Uh-huh. I usually have corned beef, honestly.
It's not bacon. It's something similar, but it doesn't taste the same. I don't remember. And some sort of cabbage.
Mm-hmm. Superstition, tradition, bringing that good luck.
I'm like...
Even if there's nothing specifically to that thing in and of itself.
Oh, it's your intentions.
It's the intention. There's something to tapping into that collective consciousness of all the generations.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm with you.
People
I'm just...
who carried that tradition and had those beliefs. I love that.
I can have the same intentions with something tastier.
See, I love corned beef and cabbage. I could have it every day. Like, I love that shit. So, yeah, I'm excited to partake in Yule. I think that part of my brain always looks at it and goes, wow, that's going to be a lot of work. That's like a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
for like a week and a half, but it's really not that bad. It only takes a little while. You know, you light your candle or your fire or whatever in the evening and just let it burn for an hour or two. Like last year when I made the Yule bowl, I used a little tea light. Those usually burn out in like an hour and a half, hour. And then during that, you could like do whatever the activity of the day is that I mentioned in the video. Just like some days they have shadow work. Some days they have like bake some cookies, you know, different activities associated with the theme of every day.
So we get your favorite eggs at 11:59 and 58 seconds to stand on the threshold of your door, and as soon as the clock flips, you shove them out. That's what I'm listening to.
What am I releasing this year? You motherfucker.
Throw their ass right out. Bam! The energy now knows. And you do too.
Oh my God, that's awesome. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, Jay. It was good to hang out with you.
Always fun.
Yeah, always fun. All right, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.